Hello and welcome to Daily News Analysis by Abhit Shiksha. Today is 18th of January 2023 and we bring you the list for today. This is the list. Let's begin with the first one. The first one is on World Economic Forum, which has been already started from 16th of January. So you can see 16th of January and it will go till 20th of January 2023. Now this is the 53rd annual meeting of World Economic Forum held in Davos, Switzerland, and this year's theme or this annual meeting's theme has been cooperation in a fragmented world. Now World Economic Forum is an international organization for public-private cooperation and it was established in 1971 and its headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland. Okay. In the second news, we have this scheme called Grameen Udyami scheme. Now this was released in PIB by Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. So here they're saying the Minister of State, Sri Rajiv Chandrasekhar, he'll facilitate 200 tribal women under this scheme. Now, what is this scheme? The scheme was launched to augment skill training in tribal communities. So, tribal communities is the focus for their inclusive and sustainable growth. Now, it has been implemented under Sansadya Parisankul Yojana. So, basically, by the MPs of Parliament. MPs of Parliament. Okay. Now this scheme is funded by this organization called NSDC, which is National Skill Development Corporation. Now it intends, the main intention of the scheme is to train tribal youth across India. Now NSDC is a not-for-profit public limited company. It is a public limited company and it was incorporated on July 31st, 2008. Now this NSDC was set up by Ministry of Finance. And the role of NSDC or the aim is to promote skill development. Okay. And give a lot of vocational trainings in vocational institutes, creating a large quality of skilled youth. Okay. So this was about the scheme. The third news is on Indo-Russian joint venture. This is to produce the Kalashnikov AK-203 rifles for Indian Armed Forces. Now, there's nothing much to know about this. We just have to know the joint venture is between India and Russia, and to produce AK-203 rifles, which is also known as Kalashnikov. Then it will be manufactured in this Korwa Ordnance Factory. This is in Amethi, Uttar Pradesh. Okay, so the place we have to know where is this joint venture is taking place. Now talking about India and Russia partnership, we have strong ties with Russia in military procurements and strategic ties with Russia. The next news is important. This is on B20. Now B20 is called Business 20. It is a group that represents private sector within the group of G20 forum. So basically, this Business 20 interacts with G20 members and representing the private sector basically. Now it was established to provide platform. It is a platform for business community. Okay? And it offers recommendation on policies to the G20 members. So it is directly or indirectly linked with G20. So on recommendation of policies. Okay, now this B20, there is this program in Northeast the B20 program in Northeast. Now this program has been organized by this institute or this organization called Confederation of Indian Industry with the help of Ministry of External Affairs and all the northeastern state governments. Now, Confederation of Indian Industry is a non-government, not-for-profit, industry-led and industry-managed organization. It was founded in 1895 as Engineering and Iron Trades Association. So the history is very long. And in 1912, this EITA became Indian Engineering Association in 1912. Then in 1942, another organization was founded called Engineering Association of India, which in 1974 merged with the previous one, Indian Engineering Association, and they formed Association of Indian Engineering Industry, AIEI. And in 1986, this AIEI became Confederation of Engineering Industry, CEI. And finally, in 1991, CEI became Confederation of Industry, that is CII. So this organization is hosting this program, B20 program in Northeast, and this organization's headquarters is in New Delhi. Just remember this. Now, what is this B20 program in Northeast? So B20 program will represent the private sector within the group of G20 member, like I have mentioned. And this, since India is hosting, or India is the G20 president, a lot of activities are happening related with G20 summit in India. You can see in the news. So in Northeast also there are several areas where G20 meetings will be held this year. Then G20 program, this program will showcase the potential of Northeastern region, and it will offer investment for global and local investors as well, for business partnerships and business opportunities. Now, there are a few dates here we have to understand. From February 17 to 19, 2023, one B20 meeting will be in Imphal, and they will focus on ICT, medical tourism, healthcare, and handlooms. So these are the focus areas. It's in the line of G20 meeting, like how G20 meeting is held with certain focus areas. So similarly, B20 is in that line of G20 meetings. Now from March 1st to 3rd, it will be held in Aizawl, and the focus area is urban planning, infrastructure, and skill development. Then from March 16 to 19, the meeting is at Gangtok, and it will talk about tourism, hospitality, pharmaceutical, and organic farming. So we know Sikkim is the first organic state. So organic farming is the focus area here. Then from April 4 to 6, the meeting is at Kohima, and they'll focus on agriculture and food processing. All right. So this was about the B20 meeting, where the states Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, and Sikkim will be covered. Okay, so this is the amount of analysis you need to do on this news. Let's move to the next. Now, this is the Mastercard STEM education program expansion. The Mastercard, you might have seen credit cards and debit cards, right? So this is the same company that provides credit card, debit card. Like in your ATM card, you can see Mastercard, Visa, right? So Mastercard is one of those companies, and they, with the American India Foundation, AIF, have launched a program called STEM program. This is an education program, and they are planning to expand it to Assam. And this program will cover this Girls for Tech scheme. This is a scheme, right? So what is this Girls for Tech? So, Girls for Tech was launched in 2014. Girls for Tech. and it is an award-winning education program, and it aims at creating future problem solvers, incorporating Mastercard's deep expertise in technology and innovation. So since Mastercard is a technological company or tech company, this scheme aims for girls only. And girls of what age? Girls aged between 8 and 14th. Right? Now in Assam, it will be expanded, and 20,000 students in Assam. Then from 130 government schools in Guwahati and Dibrugarh, this program will be expanded to. Okay. The expansion project and the aim of the project by this Mastercard and America India Foundation is to reach an additional 1 lakh female students across the country by 2024. Now, I'm talking about STEM. What actually means by STEM? STEM is the core subjects like science, technology, engineering, and math. So Girls for Tech is that program to encourage girls to take up this field of disciplines in their studies. For example, science or engineering, right? So that we have future, like the aim here, I can show this. So creating future problem solvers, right? And so that these girls will discover a range of STEM careers such as fraud detective, data scientist, software engineer, which is very much in demand in the modern world. Okay, so this was about Mastercard's STEM education program expansion in Assam. Finally, we have this ad from Assam Tribune. This is on Gunotsav. You can see this one. Now, briefly, we'll understand what is Gunotsav. Gunotsav is an initiative of the Assam state government, and it focuses mainly on assessment of learning outcomes of children for identifying learning gaps and subsequently designing remedial measures for improvement. So this Gunotsav is basically celebration of assessment. Keyword is assessment of school children and how they are performing in school, and to find out solutions for any problems or any learning gaps. Now this Utsav is held in 3 phases, particularly since 2022. So there will be 3 phases, and it will cover all the districts of Assam. Right? So that was all for today's news analysis. So thank you for joining this session. You can join our Telegram channel for the PDF, and let your friends also know about us. So see you soon.